You are listening to the Standard News Podcast, July 12th edition. Today's headlines include Scugog receives 2019 budget schedule, Oxbridge Summer jumpstart games taking place July 20th, free shuttle bus service begins testing in Kawarthas, Cossack headed to World Lacrosse Championships, and 2 RH Cornish public school students meet Prime Minister Trudeau. Scugog receives 2019 budget schedule. Dan Kearns, Scugog. At a meeting on Monday, June 25th, Scugog councillors got a glimpse of what the 2019 municipal budget process will look like. At the meeting, councillors voted to receive a report from Treasurer Diane Valentine about the 2019 budget schedule. In her report, Ms. Valentine noted the 2019 process will be slightly different. For 2019, due to the municipal election, the timing of the inaugural meeting, and new term of council, the capital and operating budgets will be brought forward together in early 2019, Ms. Valentine wrote in her report. She also noted in the report that township staff expect to start getting ready for the 2019 budget this summer. Although the timing of the capital budget is delayed due to the municipal election, the preparation of staff begins in the summer. Staff will be reviewing priorities for 2019 as well as costing of services and materials from 2018 to try and again find efficiencies for the upcoming budgets and minimize the impact to taxpayers, she wrote. The township will be again putting out an online survey to get residents' opinion on what they would like to see in the budget. The survey will be available starting September 1st. As well, the mayor and councillors will have until September 7th to submit a list of items or projects for consideration in the budget. On December 10th, the township expects the draft budget guideline and target tax rate will be presented to council. A budget draft guideline and tax target rate report is identified tentatively for the first council session of the term. However, based on legislation and the new provincial government, if there are significant changes pending related to municipal government, it may not be viable to bring forward a target at that time. Staff may require additional time to further analyze and cost out potential changes, Ms. Valentine's report read. The draft 2019 capital and operating budgets are slated to be presented to Council on February 11th. Following that, there will be a budget open house for both budgets on February 20th. The final budgets are then expected to be presented to Council for approval on March 4th.
Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, it's the Standard.
It's what?
It's the Standard newspaper serving Durham Region and the city of Kawartha Lakes. For all your local stories and much more, pick up the Standard today. Call 905-985-6985 or visit www.thestandardnewspaper.ca. Read it today.
Oxbridge Summer Jumpstart Games taking place July 20th. Cassidy McMullen, Oxbridge. The 3rd annual Summer Jumpstart Games will be held on July 20th from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Oxbridge Arena. The Summer Jumpstart Games is a free event for kids to try a range of activities and sports. This year, the Ontario Wheelchair Sports Association will be joining in, along with the Oxbridge Tennis Club, and the Toronto Raptors mascot, the Raptor, is expected to appear. Children will have the opportunity to participate in activities including wheelchair basketball, the Pizzaville Smash tennis cage, and sitting volleyball. It should be an awesome experience for them, said owner of Uxbridge Canadian Tire and president of the local Jumpstart chapter, Pat Higgins. Mr. Higgins said they are anticipating 250 kids at the event. The whole event is free, including the Jumpstart t-shirts participants will receive. There will also be a barbecue for all the kids between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. The Summer Jumpstart Games is a part of Canadian Tire's Jumpstart program. The program helps children afford to participate in sports and other recreational activities by providing equipment costs and providing low-cost programming through townships and cities. Jumpstart Uxbridge is one of the most effective chapters in the country. Through the Jumpstart program, Uxbridge has benefited from outdoor exercise equipment in Elgin Park, in-school yoga programs, free events like family bowling and geocaching. You can register by calling 905-852-7831 or register online at http://www.ca.apm.activecommunities.com/Township of Uxbridge.
Free shuttle bus shopping service begins testing in North Durham and the Kawarthas. Claudia Sitzma, The Standard. Being able to provide accessible and affordable public transportation for the rural communities of North Durham and the Kawarthas has been a challenge for the municipalities for years, but it appears there may be, on the horizon, a light at the end of the tunnel. Michael Bryant, owner of the Dromelin Orchards and Stables, and Mike Perry, co-chair of the Kawartha Lakes Rural Transportation Working Group, have come up with a creative option that many hope will lead to a permanent solution. On Wednesday, July 4th, they began a test run of a free shuttle bus service, which started at 7:30 a.m. in Little Britain. It made 3 stops in key locations in Lindsay, Cambrai, and Cameron, 2 stops in Fenelon Falls, and then on to Rosedale, circling the area until 6:45 p.m. One of the riders I spoke to, Linda Foster, expressed much enthusiasm and appreciation for the service. "This is fantastic," she proclaimed. "I love this service, and it's the best thing that ever happened." Michael Bryant, who rode the shuttle during its first run, states, "We have no transportation in this area, but it's a right for all, and we must respond to this need. I have donated the use of this shuttle to see if we can begin to address this challenge by working together with business to help build a multi-purpose transportation solution." This initiative involves the support of many others, including the Lindsay, Bobcaygeon, Fenelon Falls, and District Chambers of Commerce, and the Kawartha Lakes Rural Transportation Working Group. Mike Perry explained, "The Kawartha Lakes Rural Transportation Working Group has drafted a plan to increase rural transit, of which a weekly shopping bus was one of the points. We launched the plan last December, and Michael got in touch with me. We met at the end of April to see about using his bus for this, and how it could help and make money at the same time. The working group will help, where needed, with implementation." At this time, the shuttle service being offered receives no government financial support and is supported through the use of the bus by Michael Bryant and many volunteers who helped coordinate this effort. Michael Bryant stated, "Sometimes maybe organically created solutions by local people is the way in which viable, sustainable projects can be quickly done." When asked what the plan is to make the project self-sustaining, Mike Perry explained, "The model is to test the market and then take it to local business for sponsorship, advertising, and promotion opportunities. There is a lot of community spirit in this plan. The possibilities for advertising are endless. The viability of this project and the decision for its continuance will be determined by a number of factors," Mike Perry continued. "We want the decisions for this service to be based on evidence. We are measuring each test run in detail to gain data. There will be lots of indicators to measure its success, such as riders' stories, why people are using the bus, where they are going, which stops are the most popular, how much they are spending and where, age, gender and income, rider satisfaction, etc. We need to see where the test runs take us, literally. We are very open to providing more vehicles and running more days, depending on need, demand, and level of sponsorship. The riders completing the survey information is key, as is our local businesses engaging this unique and important community business opportunity. All members of the community are welcome to use the service. It's not just for shoppers, so step aboard." Other parts of the plan are working on employment transportation. People on the test run rode to shop, dine, and even go swimming. When questioned as to how local business can be involved, Mike Perry answered, "As much as they want. They can purchase ads or sponsor whole days on the bus to promote their business, goods, and services. They also may want to offer riders 10% off on days the bus runs. This is a big opportunity. There is a lot of room for creativity and smart customer engagement here. The second test run for the service is currently being planned and will be announced in the coming weeks."
Technical foul.
North Durham Sports.
Cossack headed to World Lacrosse Championships. Marlo Stanfield, special to the Standard. There will be a local connection when the World Lacrosse Championships get underway later this week in Netanya, Israel, with Port Perry's Graham Cossack, part of Team Canada. Coming off another impressive NLL season for the all-star defender that saw him help lead the Rochester Nighthawks to the finals, Cossack was recently named part of the 23-player roster that will represent Canada as defending world champions at the event, which gets underway on Friday, July 13th, with Canada opening the tournament against England. We are really excited with the roster that we have selected, and as a coaching staff are honored to have the chance to lead this team at the 2018 World Championships. Team Canada head coach Randy Mears said in a press release, "Canadian lacrosse talent continues to evolve and excel at the highest level of the sport, As a group, we spent a lot of time working through our selection process, and in the end, obviously had to make some very tough decisions. With so many elite-level players in our pool, it was extremely challenging to bring in the final 23, but now the journey begins. The World Championships run from July 12th to the 21st, with 46 countries competing across 15 divisions at the 2018 FIL Men's Lacrosse World Championships in Netanya, Israel. Haudenosaunee, Iroquois Nationals, Australia, England, and Scotland. The US and Canada are the only two countries to ever win the FIL Men's World Championship, with Canada claiming gold in 1978, 2006, and 2014.
Two RH Cornish public school students meet Prime Minister Trudeau. Dan Kearns, The Standard, Scugog. When RH Cornish public school students Madison Griffin and Sophie Gray entered a spoken word poetry event at their school, they didn't expect it to lead to a visit with the Prime Minister of Canada. The two students were among a number of students who were in the gifted program at Durham District School Board schools. When they read their works, little did they know Whitby MP Selina Caesar-Chavannes was in the audience. At the time, the MP was there to cheer on her son, who attends a Whitby school. The two girls' poems struck a chord with the Whitby MP. MP Caesar-Chavannes told the girls she thought the Prime Minister should read them, and asked the girls' parents for permission to send them to him. I was shocked, because I thought she was joking when she was talking about the Prime Minister seeing it. But then when she told us she was Whitby's MP, I was really surprised, because I didn't think somebody like that would be here, Miss Griffin told the Standard, adding it was astonishing to her that somebody like an MP would recognize her work. Miss Gray said the request was very unexpected, but she felt honored an MP liked what she had written. I actually didn't think it was that great of a poem. I didn't even want to show it to my mom, Miss Gray told the Standard. Dale Marr, a teacher at RH Cornish Public School, explained a bit about the gifted program. It is a completely different program than mainstream. The pace is faster, we focus on breadth and depth, and topics are covered in a deeper and richer way. There's not a lot of repetition. It's just very rich, dynamic conversations. The big thing is, the kids are surrounded by like-minded peers, she said. According to the RH Cornish Public School website, the Ministry of Education's definition of giftedness is an unusually advanced degree of general intellectual ability that requires differentiated learning experiences of a depth and breadth beyond those normally provided in the regular program to satisfy the level of educational potential indicated. According to a Durham District School Board press release, Ms. Griffin wrote about society's unrealistic view of perfection, and Ms. Gray wrote a piece that did a play on the national anthem and how Indigenous people probably relate to it. Ms. Griffin spoke about what the process was like writing this poem. I kind of got the basic idea of what I was going to write about down in about half an hour, and then it took me about an hour or two to get my thoughts together, and then I had to do a little bit of editing. So that took me about half an hour, and then I had to practice it, she said. When Whitby MP found out the two girls were going on a graduation trip to Ottawa in June, she surprised them with a visit from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Ottawa's Parliament Hill. It was amazing. We shook hands and he discussed with us what he enjoyed about our poems, and certain quotes that he liked, Ms. Gray said. Ms. Griffin said she was completely starstruck when she met the Prime Minister. Dale Marr explained that someone like the Prime Minister, or an MP, validating and appreciating what the girls wrote, is empowering for young students like them. She went on to say, despite the Prime Minister not having a lot of time to speak with the girls, when he did speak with them, he did not seem rushed or hurried, adding he took his time and allowed for photo opportunities with himself and the girls. As well, he asked the girls to do something for him. He said, "Is it okay if I get copies of the poems?" And he said to the girls, "Can you please write a personal message to me at the bottom?" His secretary said that this is for his personal collection, Dale Marr told the Standard. Ms. Gray said that this experience reminded her that a small opportunity can lead to many great things.
For more local news, visit www.thestandardnewspaper.ca. The Standard podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio. Visit www.greenstreamstudio.ca for all your multimedia production needs.